Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today I'm going to show y'all how I make my homemade mayonnaise. Now I know there are tons of recipes, tons of YouTube videos, but I thought I'd just go ahead and show you how I do mine. Everybody's taste buds are different. I have used the avocado oil and the olive oil before. We didn't really like that taste and didn't care for it. It was a little bit overwhelming for us, so I've tried tons of recipes until finally I came up with which one my family likes the best. So I'm going to bring the camera in closer so y'all can see what I'm doing, and then I'll back it back out and give my little final spiel. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got the camera pretty good. It's not going to zoom in a lot, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So the first thing we want to do is add our egg, a whole egg. I like to let mine kind of warm up to room temperature if it's been in the ice box. So I have a wide mouth quart size jar. Go ahead and put our fresh egg in there. And then I add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice right in there, and 2 teaspoons of plain white distilled vinegar. And then our seasoning is going to be, it was 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. You could use regular salt, and you can even use more salt if you like more salt. And 1/8 teaspoon of dry mustard. And then right here we have 1 cup of pure sunflower oil. Gonna get our Immersion Blender. Go ahead and get that going. I usually start on a lower speed. Make sure it's on low and not high. Do have my reading glasses right here, but of course didn't stick them on yet. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And you want to just keep going until it gets real frothy. And you'll know it'll change colors. It won't be as yellow. You want to hold on to your jar because when it gets thick it can make a mess. So it is blended up good. Let's turn it up just a little bit. Quick and easy. You just want to blend it for a few seconds, and now you want to slowly add your oil. I have just added the oil and it still has worked, but you know, sometimes if you don't do it slow it may not work, so I want to make sure that y'all get a good product. And this is a tried and true recipe that I've used for a long time now. So we'll go ahead and start this back on a lower speed, probably about on 2 for the moment, and then as we go along I'll just go through it and you'll see that I'll turn it up some. Already getting very thick, and you'll feel that it'll make a suction on the bottom of your jar, so just hang on to your jar so that you don't lose it. And then I like to go up and down with it a little bit just to get it mixed up good. We have our whole cup of oil in there. So you just want to make sure it's all mixed up really good, and it is almost there. It does get a little messy because it gets really thick. If you want yours a little thinner, you could add a little bit more vinegar or lemon juice. Okay, I feel like it has done its thing. It's all mixed up good. You get this out without making too much of a mess. And I have another jar here to transfer it into. And plus I need to make another batch of it just because I have some recipes coming up that uses mayonnaise. And I also am going to be making some ranch dressing. Yes, that famous ranch dressing. You can also make that homemade with your homemade mayonnaise. And oh my, it is so delicious. So let me try to get a little bit of this off of here so I can set it down and then let y'all see what I'm seeing. And it does turn like an off-white, which is normally what color mayonnaise is. Now if you get store-bought, it may have some food coloring in it or dye in it or something that's, you know, change the color. So we're going to go ahead and set this on the side. Let me get a little bit more off of here. Really don't want to waste any of it because it is really good. And I've never been a fan of mayonnaise, but homemade has definitely changed my opinion on that. And I think it's because I just don't taste all of the weird ingredients. So let me go ahead and get this a stir. Make sure it looks good. I want to bring y'all closer so you can see. I mean, really, it's mayonnaise. So of course it looks just like mayonnaise. We like ours a little thicker. If you know you're going to have a gathering or a big get-together, or you want to make potato salad or dressing or anything else, you just make enough ahead of time the night before and put it in the refrigerator and chill it before you serve it. You're going to like the quality of it a lot better. So that is really all there is to it, y'all. It's just pure homemade, fresh, don't get any fresher than that, mayonnaise. Alright, I'm going to get y'all moved back around and do my final little closing. Okay, so for me, the game changer was the Immersion Blender. I've tried it with regular blenders and hand mixers. You still get Mayo, but you don't get this, what you're used to, the thickness and the quality. So any brand will work. It will make a game changer with making Mayo. I don't know. It just definitely makes it thick like you think of as mayonnaise. If you use a blender or a mixer, even the nice ones, I have those too, it'll kind of turn you against it. You still could use it, but it's not going to be what you're thinking of as mayonnaise, and you'll just be like, I'm done with it. But the Immersion Blender hand mixer is worth it. It will be worth it, and plus all the money you will save whenever you can make your homemade. Mayonnaise is expensive. I used to not even like mayonnaise, believe that or not. I really didn't. But the homemade, most stuff I find, if it's homemade or homegrown, I really enjoy it. And speaking about that, I've never been a big artichoke person. Well, my friend Hippie Chick off-grid in Maine has been growing Jerusalem artichoke for the medicinal value and just as a survival food. And I told her in the comments that I need to order me some. I've been following her since, I don't know, I think about 4 years now since I've been on YouTube. So, finally ordered me some. They came in yesterday. So, Hippie Chick, let me move this off the waste because I think one of the bags was split. I finally did get me some of that Jerusalem artichoke. So, I'm going to try to grow it next year, I think. It tells me a lot of information about it whenever it came in, but it didn't tell me when the best time to plant it is. So if you can, in the comments, let me know when's the best time to plant the Jerusalem artichoke, also known as the sunchoke, which is awesome because I love sunflowers. So let me know. I have them now, and should I wait until it gets cooler, or should I put, maybe go ahead and get them in the ground now? I just wasn't sure. And do I need to refrigerate them, or can I just keep them indoors where it's nice and cool? So that's all for today. Just wanted to go ahead and do a quick video on how I make homemade mayonnaise. And for all of you Louisiana people that love blue plate, I'm sorry to tell blue plate, but this recipe is really close to that, and it's really good. And actually, I've even put it in the blue plate jar, and no one even knew the difference. So that's all for today, y'all. So farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.